Review Weekly. Today we're looking at 15 Minutes of Play Improv Quilts by Victoria Findlay Wolfe. So this book is by C&T Publishing, and I got this book gifted to me in 2013, I think it was, and it's been sitting on my shelf for quite some time, and every now and again I pull it off, I grab out my scrap basket and I start playing around. One of my daughters used to like grabbing my scrap basket as well, and then she would sit there and basically make herself some fabric, and then she would have a play around with the rulers that I had and the templates and just play around and get a feel for the fabric. She's very creative and she loves doing things like that. So this book was first published in 2012 by C&T Publishing. And it goes in, it's got a dedication, it's got your acknowledgements, then it's got your content. So basically what I'm going to show you is some of the favorite things of this book. I don't sit down really and just go from front to back. I just go through something that catches my eye and then I just have a bit of a play. And as the book suggests, it's 15 minutes of play. So it's just getting in there and just being freeing and using up your scraps. And this is a wonderful book to give you ideas. So you can see here, this is looks like a lot like the Crazy Patch. It has all the information in here about who made the quilt. It's called Judys Crazy Quilt by Alford Wolfe, and it was 67 inches by 80 inches, and it was created in 1981. And you can see here that it's just got all the different bits of fabric. I believe it is been tied to quilt it, and then she's just used decorative stitches to put all those pieces together. And then it just goes on about her journey and tells you a little bit about it. It tells you what is play, why 15 minutes, and it goes into depth in that aspect. And then it gets into after you've made your fabric and you've created it, you can see over here they've just cut them into squares, and it looks very much like Crazy Patchwork. I actually had my daughter do this style of patchwork. So she just basically got my scrap basket and then she got all the little pieces and started sewing them together. If something didn't have a straight edge, she created a straight edge and she just put it on wherever it would fit. As you can see up in this square, it's got lots of little strips in it, so it is a really good way of using up your leftover fabrics from all our projects. This is another favorite one here. This one you can see there, it's got like what they call a pineapple block in there, and then it's just got all these other pieces added over to it. And this looks like you know, like a little mini quilt. It was done in 2011. It is 16 by 16 inches and it's got mini pineapples in it, so they're quite small. So as you could imagine, 16 inches, they're not very big blocks. And you can see here it just gives you an idea of what she's done. So basically she's just joined the pieces together until she's got enough to put her ruler on it, and then she's just cut around it, and then you end up with a square. And that's what I was getting my daughter to do, and I've done that myself. And as I said, great way to use up your scraps. These are some of my favorite quilts that are in there. This one was done by Rendezvous. It's called Rendezvous by Karen Griska, and it was 78 inches by 87 inches, and it was done in 2011. And this one was done by Carol Graves, and again just sewing all the scraps together, cutting out some blocks, adding some more fabrics to them, and getting these gorgeous, very modern looking quilts. Again, it shows you that you can actually use well, this one's actually using what looks like an old telephone directory to have it as a foundation paper piecing, and you can see there that it's just been cut out and it just goes through step by step. This one here, I absolutely love these two here. This one was done in 2005 and this one was done in 2011, and it's called Diamond Garden, and it's by the author of the book, and it was quilted by Angela Walters, and it's 86 inches by 105 inches. And you can see there that she's used the scrappy technique to create the flowers, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, just showing you where they've got a center of a block, and then they've just add pieces to it, and then it's got that uniform look to it. And this I absolutely love. This is using your templates and you're making a star out of it, and you just can see here that she's just sewn all the pieces together and then just cutting the diamonds out of it and then sewing together to make that star. Absolutely gorgeous. And the book just goes on, and then it's got different quilts all the way through it and little bits of different tidbits about it, and then there's some challenges through it to get your creative juices flowing. This is probably my one that I really do want to do. So you can see here that they've pieced all the fabric to create their fabric with all their scraps, and then they've used their hexagons to create the hexagon flowers, and then they've got smaller pieces of fabric that they've used for the smaller hexagons. And this is definitely on my bucket list for 2019. I want to actually make something out of all my scraps this year, and I'm liking this one, and I love this little cow. This one's cute as well. So that's the Improv Quilt Book, 15 minutes of play. I will link up all the relevant information of where you can get that and how much it is and everything underneath this video. But if you've got a scrap basket, this is the go-to book for me. It just gives me some creative ideas, and it's so freeing. There's no patterns or anything like that. It's just get in there and go for it. So if you like this video today, give us a thumbs up down below, leave us a comment and tell us what you thought. Have you got this book? Have you ever played around and created anything out of it? If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it, and that way you won't miss out on any future posts. My name's Nicole Reid for Darvanalee Designs Studio, and this is Review Weekly, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.